can't be serious, man. You cannot be serious!
Now, Don and Ivan, I don't know if you can remember when you were 40, but our guest, who we've had on before, Don, we don't have people on twice unless they're very, very good or very interesting. So this person is making a second appearance on You Cannot Be Serious, and it's this person's, notice I haven't given the gender away, Don. She's either a she, see I've given it away because you're either a male or a female, that's it, no other genders. You can say there is, but there's not. So Don, this person is 40 today, and you could let yourself go and be a bit ebullient, you know, let yourself out a bit and sing happy birthday to her. And her name, and she is the marketing guru, the comptroller of accounts, the CEO, the founding member of the most successful packaged food company in the world and all other places, and it's called Be Fit Food, and her name is?
Kate Save.
What's that, Don? Say it more confidently.
Oh, hey.
I think you'd forgotten a surname.
K-A-T-E.
No, don't have to pronounce
Kate
it. And
Save. S-A-V.
Kate Save. That is her name, and she's with us. And Don, welcome to You Cannot Be Serious, Kate. Don's going to sing.
And happy birthday, Kate.
You're going to sing happy birthday to her.
Am
Go
I
ahead.
really?
Go ahead.
Kate.
Yes.
I went on the web the other night.
Welcome, Kate.
Thank you. Now, first off, I went on the web. Now, this is for people out there, and I was looking for your product.
Yes.
But there's a million other bloody products. Why, when I punch in Be Fit Food, it doesn't come up, but I get these other pictures? What's going on with the internet, Kate?
That's us all paying Google to have our place on the internet and the World Wide Web. So I guess ever since Google really started, this is how they make their money. So you pay to have a position on that front page. So anybody can pay to have that top position. And if you go searching for Be Fit Food, if you bid more money than Be Fit Food on those words, Be Fit Food, you can show up first. And that's how it works.
Okay, so people have really got to scroll down the page to see Be Fit Foods, but it is there.
Yes, that's right. Or they can type it into, the web bar at the web address. But if you're typing into Google, you might need to do scrolling because everyone else's Google shopping comes up.
Now, this has fascinated me because, and I once or twice a week, maybe once a week, I'll go down and I'll buy a takeaway meal. And I just got sick of it the other day. And I live in Mornington where your business is. And I happened, when you were on last time, you said you were in Coles or Woolies?
Woolies.
Well, the Woolies have got a store in Benton Square, which is a shopping centre in Mornington. And I went down and I bought some of your food. And very, very nice. But the printing's got to be bigger, Kate. I couldn't read it. But I had dim sim soup and a lasagna.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Now, how does this food, what fascinates me is you send it out online, how does it get out to people if it's frozen?
So we use a cold chain logistics. So we pick and pack it in a frozen warehouse and then we deliver it with cold chain. So we use good insulation in our boxes.
Refrigerated vans, Don.
No, there's a logistic issue here.
Yes.
Because I went to the supermarket, it's frozen. I take it home, thaw it and whatever else. But if they order the stuff online, how long does it take to get to where it's going?
It can take a few days, but that's because of the whole website system. You order one day, you pick and pack the next day, and then you ship it off. And if it's going interstate, then we put it on a frozen line haul overnight on a big truck and then home delivery the next day through the chilled van system.
So the reason Kate is in here today, Don, is because we're going to embark on behalf of Kate. She's going to run it because we have no idea how to make it work. But she has a proposition to try and create some well-being and health benefits to 10 lucky people who might be able to embark on a program to lose weight. And Kate is going to hopefully explain how that's going to happen. And we should say that her company, has just won the Gold Medal Award for the Mornington Peninsula for the best bites packaged food. Is that right? What
That's
did you
right.
win?
Yes.
And
Yes.
So we are looking at a gold medal winner, Don. You're always a silver medalist because you always like to come second, particularly in your matrimonial, in your lovemaking. But she is a gold medal winner, Don.
What in love making?
Yeah, you like to come second, Don. That's why you're a silver medalist. But Kate is a gold medalist. Kate is a gold medalist because they won the best bites. Now, Kate,
Yes.
you've explained to me off air how we might make this work, and you're about to put your money where your mouth is, if you like, and you're genuinely trying to help people. I'm not sure if it's just male-oriented, but it doesn't matter if it is. You'll explain what you're going to try and achieve through us, and we're very happy to be part of it because we're into well-being and health. And if you can make this work by explaining it, we're happy to be part of it. So go ahead.
So what I'd like to do is offer 10 of your listeners the opportunity to do our Metabolism Reset program. So it's a 2-week program where we supply breakfast, lunch, dinner, 2 protein snacks a day. We home deliver it for them. They get dietitian support, all included. And the goal is to get body fat off their middles to reduce their risk of heart disease, type 2 diabetes. And we know that 5 to 10% body fat loss can reduce overall risk of heart disease by 50%.
So Kate, you will hopefully in a minute explain how they would enter this or how they become eligible.
Yes.
This costs them nothing. You're going to
Nothing.
provide this free of charge, gratis,
Yes.
and they will get onto your social media platform or
Yes.
website or
They'll go on to the
Instagram.
Be Fit Food Australia Instagram. So Be Fit Food Australia.
Be Fit Food Australia.
Instagram. And on the Be Fit Food Australia Instagram, we'll have a picture up from the podcast today. And we'll tell them you need to write here why you think you should win the opportunity to lose 5 kilos in 2 weeks on our Metabolism Reset.
What would some of the reasons be that they'd send in that
We've had some pretty
we're
good
on the
ones.
make? I'm trying to find a new partner, man, woman, or beast. We're out there. I've got a bit of a roof over the tool shed over the winter and COVID. We're trying to get rid of it. I want to go to Saint-Tropez and wear a bit of a costume there and look sharp or something.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
some of the reasons that we hear are things like they want their child to be able to give them a proper hug, to put their arms around them. They might want to, be able to play with their kids, kick the footy on the weekend, they get too puffed. Or it might be they actually just want to see their child's 18th birthday because the way they're heading at the moment, they may not get there. And they're the real life things that we hear every day, that it's bigger than weight loss. Nobody's pull of gravity on earth on the scales. That doesn't mean anything. The reason why we do these things is because of the people we love and wanting to be there for them, or wanting to be able to play with the grandkids, the kids, and actually live a full life.
So Kate, I'm sorry to be anal about this,
Yeah.
but you're going to ask people to access your website.
Go to Be Fit Food Australia on Instagram.
That is BE or just B?
BE
BE.
FIT.
Is that one word?
All one word. BEFIT Food with no
Can't
S.
you
Be
spell?
Fit Food Australia.
Don, I'm trying to... I know how to spell B, and I know how to spell fit, and I know how to spell food. I'm wondering if they all run into one another. It's Be Fit Food. All
Yes.
one word, is it?
All one word.
No capitals?
No
Just
capitals.
BEFITFOOD.
That's right.
So did
Hey,
you know that?
No, but
No, of course you
listen, I would be
Hang on.
interested if you...
Let's let Kate... Be Fit Food, they tap into that on your social...
On the Instagram?
On the Instagram, and then Kate will handle all the inquiries and she can keep us informed as to who's... we can give updates.
That's what I was more interested in, the
Were you?
updates. And yes, because
Yeah,
I'd like to know how the people are going
Yeah, as long
after
as you don't have
5
to do any
days.
work, you just
What?
like her to tell you what's going on.
I've taken
long
a
as you
copy out of your book, or a leaf out of
Okay.
your
So,
page,
Kate,
out of your
Yes.
book.
This goes for 2 weeks. Is
Yes.
that right?
So what we'll do is we'll announce the winners. So we'll give people a week to get online to register, and then we'll pick 10 people that have put forward their reason as to why they should win the metabolism reset, what losing 5 to 10 kilos means to them. And I think that's the most important thing. A lot of people know they need to lose the weight or
That's a stone
want
and
to
a
lose
half.
the weight.
In the old, I relate to stone.
Yeah.
That's a stone and a half in 2 weeks.
It is. So
Is that achievable?
Yeah,
it's our average. Our average weight loss is 5.89 kilos in 14 days for people that are 100% compliant. They eat the breakfast, lunch, dinner, 2 protein snacks.
Really?
They drink their 2 to 3 litres of water a day, and then we give them a recommended extras book which says all of their recommended salads and veggies they can have if they're still hungry with their meals, with breakfast, lunch, dinner.
So your representative,
Really?
Mr. Locko, has just sent me this on my phone. So is that we can't put that on our website for you?
Oh,
can
you could if you wanted to. We sponsor the Port Melbourne Football Club, and that's just a picture of the
is that what that
we
is?
took there. That's lasagna your weight away, and we
Oh,
thought
I
that
see.
message resonated with some of the males down at the football club. You can eat wholemeal beef lasagna and still lose your 5 kilos in 2 weeks.
So go ahead, Don.
Now, can I talk about a product?
Yes.
A product.
A product, which I had the other night.
Did you, Don?
Yes, they're called dim sims. They're big balls. Who came up with the idea of the dim sims? And
My
where's
dad.
the ref? Your dad.
My dad. So my dad's half Chinese, and he has the most incredible cooking library.
Half Chinese.
Half Chinese. Yes, half Norwegian, half Chinese.
Holy mackerel.
Yeah.
That has strengthened
He
the
eats-
line.
Yeah, he eats fish with chopsticks.
We all learnt how to eat with chopsticks. I'm
Very
still
good.
teaching
Well
my
done.
Sardines
husband.
with chopsticks. Yeah. Well, there you are. Yeah,
So
go on.
hang on. So he came up with the recipe because they're
Yes.
very nice.
Yeah, and I think using a more traditional recipe, you can. The way food used to be made, it was made with real ingredients that had lots of good flavour. The way food's made now is usually sticky sauces, lots of carbs, lots of things you can't even pronounce on the label. So we take food back to basics. We only use whole food ingredients, and that's how we get the flavour in the food. So we say to people that we don't have the sugar and the salt in the food, but if you have a healthy palate and you like good whole food, then you'll like the food.
Yeah, no, the balls were very good.
So,
Dim sims.
so how many different foods do you manufacture or process?
Yeah,
Like
we've got 70 different lines.
70 different
70?
lines.
Yes.
And what
ranging
would be
from
your-
pasta to meats to fish to soups
Soup,
to
soup.
balls to
Egg bites and protein cookies and granolas and gluten-free porridges and everything, Bircher mueslis, breakfast, lunch, dinner and snacks. One of my favourite breakfasts actually, and I popped one in the box for you today, Sam, is the baked bean
good
and
because
feta
I'm short
bowl.
on food, Kate. I'm living on my own and I'm a bit in fact, I'm anemic.
Oh.
So, no, I'm not anemic, but I'm going to eat all that stuff there. Don, you're not having. You take the balls and go home and be quiet. I'm eating all that.
This is the most important thing about the food is you don't have to do it for weight loss. You can just do it as a health reset. So it's got all the protein your body needs in each meal. It controls the carbohydrates, which prevents type 2 diabetes or manages diabetes, but it's full of your vegetables and whole plant-based food. So there's 4 to 12 different vegetables in every meal, which we know looks after gut health. So those good gut bacteria in your gut, they talk to your brain. You'll be a happier person. You'll create happier chemistry in your body.
So I noticed on some of the covers there, lots of the most ingredients.
out, Ivan, please.
Right, protein. So is protein the major ingredient in?
Look, our goal is to maintain lean body mass. We want to get body fat off people, and the only way to get body fat off them is to really control the carbohydrate so that they burn up all of the carbohydrate in their body. That takes about 1 to 2 days. Once your carbohydrate stores are gone in your body, you go into a state of mild nutritional ketosis. So this is a fat burning state. And the difference between BeFit food and a keto diet is a keto diet floods you with so much fat that you need to eat. eat that you may not get to burn your own body fat. Our goal is to just convert your body into a fat burning machine. So you start using your body fat as an energy source, and you do that for sort of 2 to 12 weeks, depending on how much weight you've got to lose. But at the same time, what we're doing by giving you all of the vegetables and plant-based foods and the fibre is building up a healthy gut, which then hopefully you colonise all these good gut bacteria that sustains your new body weight, and you get the fat off the liver, you reduce blood pressure, cholesterol, blood sugar levels, and insulin resistance, which is your precursor to diabetes.
So what is the greatest drawback to fitness or being overweight? Is it genetically engineered food? Is it processed food? Is it sugar? And on what authority do you speak, Kate? You are a lettered person. You have numbers and letters at the end of your name which say you are qualified to speak about this.
Accredited practicing dietitian, exercise physiologist, diabetes educator.
That's a hell of a big card, Don. If you
And you're also a runner.
Yes.
So that would help.
Look, what we've looked at over the years, because I did so many degrees, because the more that I research stuff, the more that I realise that it's not simple. So there's no quick fix to any of this. And once you start looking at your genetics, we used to think that your genes would tell you exactly how you were going to be. And now we know that's not the case. Your genes are modified by epigenetics every single day. Everything that you eat modifies your expression of your genes. And the biggest issue now is when pregnant mothers are not eating well, the babies in utero, well, they're not called babies then, we're affecting their epigenetics and how they'll express their genes. And it's now been seen that that can have an impact on health later on in life. So it's so important, even from conception, that people are aware of nurturing their health and nourishing their bodies, because every cell in our body, all of our DNA, the only thing we are is the output of our food. You put crap in, you'll build crap cells, you'll express bad DNA, I guess. So that's your epigenetics. So you won't change your DNA, but you'll express the wrong, unhealthy things that can cause disease.
Now, you talked about conception there.
Yes.
What
Conception?
about conception? There is a conception.
Having sex?
Will you shut up?
What?
To the fact the baby is then born, right?
Yes.
Now, I'd like to ask a question about these health of baby formulas. Are they a contributing factor that women don't breastfeed?
Look,
introduce a formula which is not a natural thing. Does that have anything to do with...
There's a lot of research in that area, and the biggest differences they know is obviously through the birth process. You've got natural birth. When the baby goes through the vaginal canal, there's feces there, there's all sorts of bacteria. That baby actually had been in a sterile environment inside the body where there's no bacteria, and then all of a sudden they're exposed to all of the mother's bacteria. That starts their immune system. Now, when it comes to breastfeeding, the body is covered in all sorts of bacteria, and the breast milk has all these different ingredients that actually stimulate immunity. So they believe that children that are, if you can have a natural vaginal birth and you're breastfed, you'll probably have a stronger immune system, and there's less risk of certain types of chronic health diseases. Now, a lot of mothers can't breastfeed for so many different reasons. Maybe they get an infection, maybe their breasts are underdeveloped. There's heaps of reasons. So they have to have formula, or otherwise the babies won't survive. And the research has been done on the formula to add more of these prebiotics and probiotics and vitamins and minerals in, but it's never going to replace that skin-to-skin contact. So it's just then being more aware of feeding the baby as well as you can with all of the other foods that they get as well.
Okay, so when I was swimming, what I noticed, the man boobs on young boys of 6, obese, have these kids got a real problem into the future that once you've established what it is, this body shape that you've got, you won't get rid of it further down the track? Is that right?
Unfortunately, we used to call this puppy fat, And it used
worse
to
than puppy
often go, but given we live in what we call an obesogenic environment now, so we are surrounded by sugar, carbs, calories, iPads. Instead of going out and kicking the footy, we've got gaming chairs and we're sitting there 8 hours a day playing games on the weekend in front of a screen, and then we're ordering Uber Eats, and all of those things create terrible epigenetics. We're expressing the worst of the worst out of our genes.
Now, I don't know if you know this, Don, but premature ejaculation is hereditary. It comes in your genes. Just in case you didn't know that. Because you've been speaking about people with boys with man boobs. What were you speaking about boys with man boobs for? What were you thinking that 6-year-olds, they won't disappear on puppy fat?
Well, the precedent's been set, their body shape's been set, and it's obviously difficult for them to get rid of that body shape and their whatever.
It's sad to see there's bariatric surgery happening in it. They're certainly looking
Gender
into
reassignment.
Wow.
All that.
Weight loss surgery
gastric band.
Gastric sleeves in teenagers now because they are so morbidly obese, and it's not happening a lot, but there are cases where, people's weight becomes quite life-threatening because you're putting pressure on the heart, you're putting pressure on the joints, and just losing 5 kilos takes 20 kilos of pressure off your knees.
But it
So
solely
for walking-
goes back to what we eat, isn't it?
It's all
food
what
in
we
your
put in your
eat.
mouth.
Yeah.
Like
Look,
there's-
exercise and movement's important for mental health as well because we feel good after we exercise. But if you don't put the right food in, you only make cells out of the food that you put in. You don't make cells out of the exercise. You make cells out of the food that you put in. So you are what you eat.
Now, Don and Ivan, this sounds like a gratuitous promotion that we're giving Kate. But
No.
Hang on, Don. Let me just tick it up. Sounds like that, but we're not. We're interested in her, the cat's mother, Kate's suggestion that we help people gain a wellness and a lifestyle that might benefit them as they go through life. So that's why we're doing this. And I'm going to repeat again. We'll do it when we do the promo. But you've got to get hold of Be Fit Food. What do you got to get hold of, Kate?
Be Fit Food Australia's Instagram page, or go to the Be Fit Food Australia website, hit the contact us, we'll reply to you, we'll help you with registering if you have any issues. But what we want to do is try and get 50 kilos plus off your listeners in the next 2 weeks. So we'll give them a week to tell us why.
So that's 10 people losing 5K, not one person losing 50K.
10 people losing 5
Yes.
kilos each. Yes.
It's a good idea, isn't it, Don?
Yeah, it is.
And it's achievable.
It is
It
so
is.
achievable. Yeah.
As long as we get the updates, because I'd be interested.
Just if you were going to apply, I know
I'm
you
not
don't.
going to apply.
I said, Don, if you were going to apply, and then I said, I know you're not going to, but what excuse would you give why you want to lose 5K? Because you have to give a reason so Kate picks out the winners. What reason would you give that you want to trim
I'd like
yourself
to know
down?
yours. You've
No,
got it
Don,
on the
don't
tip.
answer a question with a question.
Well, I've got because I.
What, you're trying to get onto someone down the coast
Yeah,
there?
yeah,
Or
I suppose,
what,
yeah.
man or a woman?
Oh, what do you think?
Beast,
Beast,
any
I
port
reckon.
in a
Beast
storm.
would be a-
Any port in a storm the
There's
way
no
you're
problem with
travelling.
the beast.
And what part of your body would you like to trim up most? Your
I think
brain
it's
or
fucked.
or your toes or your fingers or your ears? What? Or get a bit of a six pack going on the stomach, so you could bounce up and down on the horse and pull its rein and say, "Get away back out of it, there, boy." God Almighty! You
Don't
want to go
laugh,
down?
Kate,
here
don't
we
wondering
want to
laugh.
what the hell
Don't
she stepped
encourage
into.
the idiot.
Kate, you and I and Ivan, we should go down and watch Don do show jumping down at the Borneo National Park down there. You got to see it to believe it.
Borneo National Park.
His whole
Borneo
demeanour
National
Park.
completely transforms. He's not this grumpy, insecure, reticent,
Lifesaver.
dour, boring man.
Boring.
When he
You
gets
missed
there
a
on
bit.
the
You missed
horse, he
boring.
sparks up and the horse wonders what's
Yeah.
sitting on top
Just
of
like
him.
a microphone goes in front of your face and your whole demeanour changes.
Now, Don,
Yes.
any other questions you'd
No,
like
I'm
to
just
ask?
fascinated. I've got a list off Kate of the food she makes, but
I've got a question.
Yes.
So I'm going to jump on your website. What is the best, in your opinion? What's your the most selling
Oh, that's like
item.
saying who's your favourite daughter or son. They're all great.
What's
Look, the wholemeal beef
the best selling.
lasagna outsells everything. However, the Indian chicken curry is pretty close. My personal favourites, my family's favourites, we love the cauliflower fried rice with chicken. So it's like a fried rice, but it's made out of cauliflower, so it's super low carb, got heaps of chicken. My kids take to school every day, well, most days, one of the soups. So the soups have got the same amount of protein as a meal, but they've got meatball soup, Italian meatball soup at school. Instead of having a sandwich with, jam, honey, well, they're not allowed to have peanut butter and that's their favourite spread. Ooh. They'd rather actually take a meal and have a hot meal. And they're not weight loss meals if you don't need to lose weight. They're healthy meals. It's if you go on a program, you work with the dietitian, yes, you'll get weight loss, and that is the ultimate goal. But for people that just want to be healthy, who bothers to put 12 different vegetables in their meal every night? Who bothers to meal prep every single day and put the right food in? So it's really just a convenient option for people who don't want to cook.
I think this is terrific, not because she's sitting here now, but in Australia.
Not because she's sitting here
No, I am a rap for young people having a go in this life. Not enough young people are having a go, getting off their arse. There are a lot in our time, Johnny, that get off and have a go.
There's
not too many young people nowadays, and Kate's one of those, and I just...
40 today, she is.
40. Not so young. How does she look? Giving it away.
No, she looks
I
all right.
hope this doesn't go to
How
air.
old? She looks like she's 12.
12?
She looks like she's 12.
Ooh.
Yeah, you might give her a shout-out. Don used to stick his head over the top of the fence at the netballers and give shout-outs to girls playing who had no idea that why he was doing it. And now, Don, is there anything else you'd like to ask Kate, who is 40 today? I want you to sing Happy Birthday. Come on, we'll sing it. Ivan! God, Ivan's now speaking to the audience. Ivan.
Talent manager.
Ivan.
Oh,
we're going to sing Happy Birthday to Kate.
Oh, I'm not very good at
Well, Don, are you ready?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Kate Say from BeFitFoods.com.
Kate,
Happy birthday to you.